Hello everybody, I am Fedora Gamer, and welcome to another episode of Is It's Fun. Today we are taking a look at Abyss Odyssey, not to be confused with Abe's Odyssey, which, admittedly, I made that mistake at first glance when I first saw the title of this game. It is not Abe's Odyssey, but it is a game in its own right. It's a game, yes, that's great commentary. It is something of an action roguelike, or roguelite if you prefer that term. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. The cracked mask you see here on the book actually plays a role in the game. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll go ahead and enter the Abyss. We can turn on Nightmare difficulty if you find this game easy, which I will say from the get-go is not as hard as a lot of other roguelites. But I wouldn't call it easy either. And also there is online co-op that works fairly well. You can have co-op friendly fire on, which seems like a terrible idea. Nightmare difficulty, if you want to crank it up to 11... and get killed a lot. If you do like fighting two bosses at the same time, good, because that's what you get in Nightmare difficulty. We have 3 characters to choose from. From the beginning, only the primary character here is unlocked. The other 2 go unlocked through playing the game. I'm going to go ahead and play Glowy Axe Lady here, because I'm trying to work up her level. And then there are 3 different places you can start from on the surface world, which pertain to 3 different paths down the Abyss, as you see over in the right-hand side there. The first one is the longest, but generally easier. It doesn't look that easy right now, though. There's a lot of hard levels in there. And the second area is a little bit shorter, but more hard levels. And the third one is even shorter and even more hard levels. The color of the level over there determines its difficulty. Let's go the hard route, because there's a lot of special things there. You can see icons on the map here that pertain to some special events in the dungeon, or the Abyss. So we'll go down this one here. Alright. This is the overworld. There are some shops you can go shopping with some of your money here. I'm probably going to actually move to the overworld of the easy area just to buy a weapon to take down with me.
Need a lift, my friend? 10 coins and I'll take you.
Wow, the voice acting is really quiet. I think it's this one? I'm not sure what happened to the voice acting volume. Let's see if I can look into that here. Well, let's just reset to defaults here. Hopefully that will fix it. That was a little strange. There is keyboard controls. I am using a gamepad. Yeah, this is where I wanted to be. I'm using a gamepad and have not tried the keyboard controls at all, and do not intend to, because this is the type of game that I will definitely always play on a gamepad. That's just me, though. Let's go ahead and do some shopping here. I do have 37,000, so I can buy... There's 3 different weapon types for the 3 different characters. This is the best I can buy on the surface world for this character here, so we will go with the Swedish halberd. Now we'll go back to the area that I want to actually delve from.
Need a lift, my friend? 10 coins and I'll take.
That still seems really quiet. Oh well.
So where to?
There isn't a ton of voice acting in the game, so.
Grab your belongings.
There is a shop here as well. We can go up here. There's a shop in all 3 areas and buy some souls, monster souls here. And I'm not going to do that right now. I want to save my money for the shops in the dungeon. So we'll go ahead and delve down here. As I said, there is some voice acting, which is really quiet, oddly.
I don't know if God has a place for magical beings, but you have my
Seems really quiet to me. Anyway, the voice acting's not bad. It's not cringeworthy by any means. It's not great though. It's, you know, it's passable. Now we're going right into difficult areas. Well, moderate, but more difficult than I would expect. Wow, I'm getting some serious frame rate issues there. I don't normally get that, so I'm going to assume it's because of recording software. I've never actually tried to record this yet. It's actually pretty bad frame rate issues. Well, hopefully that will go away. Now, this is the Abyss. Oh, we got... Uh-oh. I actually haven't played this in a little while, so it might take me a little bit to remember some of the combos. Now, the greatest strength of this game is the combat. And I will admit, at first, it does feel a little sluggish, a little slow. But after playing it for a little while, you get used to it. And I wouldn't actually call it slow. I'd call it deliberate would be a good way to put it. And realistic is another way to put it. Okay, don't freeze me, thank you. It seems like a realistic combat speed. It's not super fast, juvenile power fantasy, super combat. You know, it's more realistic combat speed. And it gives you the time to think about what you're doing, which is extremely important in this game. Okay, we have a shrine here. I could set a checkpoint if I had a token, but I don't have a token. Shrine here, I can configure my skills. I do have a skill point. So these are the 3 skills I have equipped. You have to unlock them via finding skill orbs in the game. I'm going to put something in this. What do I want it to be? We'll give it more damage. And you can choose how to fill the skill slots. Actually, I'll use my point in something else. You can choose between defense, damage, mana, which is how much mana is generated from using those attacks on enemies. And defense gives you... It's kind of like iframes, but not exactly. And it varies depending on the skill. Like this one will reduce damage and make it harder to get knocked out of my skill during most of it. You see the picturization down there that shows you how much of the skill it covers, which is most of it on this skill. But on other skills, it's less effective in a way. Friend interruption, damage is still received and reduced. And this, you can stack them up to protect more of the skill. Some of them just give you like projectile invincibility or invincibility when you're in the air during the skill. So it varies from skill to skill. And yeah, special cancels, which allows you to cancel attacks. And it's I'll have to explain this a little bit more when we're showing more of the combat. But I'm going to go ahead and get to my second cancel here, and we have a merchant here. Interesting. You have, equipment-wise, you have your weapon, and then you have 3 kind of accessory slots. You get a winter ring, which is a plus and minus 75% freeze time. Could be useful, but we also have camp tokens, and we can also buy an ice golem soul here. But I'm not going to do, well, no, I'm not going to do that just yet. Nothing that I really need to do here. These are also a place for you to come back to life. I'll explain that a little bit more, intentionally show you that, actually. This game, it does have roguelite elements, procedurally generated. Every one of these levels are procedurally generated, and it is kind of semi-permadeath. It's hard to explain, but you'll see what I mean. We also got a good old double jump. Let's see what's over here. There might be... Ooh. Now, combat-wise, you have 2 main combat buttons. You have your normal attack button, and the attacks that are done with it vary based on what direction you're pressing. Either neutral or left and right, which all count as the same. Up gives you a different attack, and then down gives you a different attack. So that one button has 3 different attacks. Yes, eat blade. Ooh, God, don't shoot at me. These are actually soldiers that are coming down this abyss to fight with you that have died and become part of the abyss. And then you have your special attacks, which are a different button, and they work the same way. There's 3 different ones. You saw me look at them in the configuration menu here. We have this one, which I can actually hold as long as I want and go all blender mode. But enemies are fairly intelligent in this game, and they will counter it if you just try to sit there and spam that. Then there is this one, which is a very effective skill. And right now my up skill makes my jellyfish friend go zappy zap. That guy's still messing around down there, so I'm just going to head this direction. And this is another kind of shrine. You can set a checkpoint here. That mask I'll talk about here in a second, but I'm going to talk to this guy, the violin devil.
I know you're gay. If I accept your gift...
Yep.
We always deals with the devil. I made one with him. You should see the powers he gave me. I know you're just dying for what I have to offer.
I'm going to go ahead and accept the deal. Basically, he gives you something of decent power, usually, but later on he will then show up and attack you.
There we go. Yes, now put it to...
What did I get? What did I get? Give me a cool weapon. Ooh, I got a skill orb. That's pretty cool because that's a permanent upgrade through death. Let's see here. I don't like this skill, so what skill did I just gain here? This skill. Let's see what this does. Seems better than Zappy guy. Okay, there are hidden breakable walls. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, the mask. The story of this game is that there is a powerful warlock deep underground that is asleep, and his dreams are generating this abyss of nightmarish monsters that has broken through to the surface and is starting to flood into the normal world. Your character, well, the primary character, this one not exactly, but is also a dream of that world, which is why you just come back after you die, but you're trying to get down to the bottom and wake the warlock to keep his dreams from destroying the world. Now this mask here is a very cool community progression system. Every time you get to the bottom and kill the warlord, the mask cracks. Some of it cracks off, and I think it's actually broken completely once because it's been a little while since I've played. I should have made a video of this weeks ago actually, but I think it's already been broken. I'm not entirely sure there, because it definitely looks more intact than it was last time I played. And once the mask is broken, more content is unlocked. I believe a new phase to the boss, which there might be 2 phases of the boss at this point. And they're, they don't say specifically what the new content is. They just kind of make hints to it, which I believe is different kind of enemies or events or such that can happen in the dungeon as well. Which it does seem like when I last played, there was a little bit of a lack of that. Great, awesome game, but it was a little lack of enemy variety and different events you can find in the dungeon. But I'm not entirely sure what doing this unlocks, but I definitely am happy to be part of it. I have beat the game twice, so I have helped with the mask breaking. Alright, let's continue on. Oh god. This is actually a projection of the warlord, and he's not exactly dangerous, but he comes around and starts shooting stuff at you, and he can be a pain in the butt if he's around when you're fighting other enemies here. Okay, that attack doesn't work well in the air at all. Do I have a good air attack? Oh god, I got cursed, which slows you down significantly for a little while, and yeah. Come on, where'd you go? I'm gonna kill you before I go fight anything else. Let's smack you with that. There we go, that does significant damage. Come on. Fighting things in the air isn't exactly easy. It's not a very aerial game here. I do apologize that my gamepad is so bloody loud when I was mashing that. Okay, we still have an enemy hanging out down here. Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and go blender mode. Oh yeah, and there's flying fish. Let's talk about the aesthetic. The art aesthetic is great. It's kind of based in Chile, like 1800 Chile, something like that, late 1800s Chile. Oh god damn it, fish, go away, quit freezing me! And the art style is freaking fantastic. This game is gorgeous, no way around it. Well, I guess that is subjective, so you could say it's not, but if you say it's not, you're wrong. Okay, gather some money. Now let's talk about the death mechanics a little bit. It is permadeath. Aha, I found a secret wall. It is permadeath, but you keep your money and your levels and your skill points and all that and skills you have unlocked through the different playthroughs. That doesn't seem like it's worth the price. I do have quite a bit of money, but I kind of want to hold on to a large nest egg because there are some weapons that cost about how much I have that are very good weapons. Well, what's my mana looking like? Not looking so good in general, actually. Because that was a kind of hard level. Now, I did say it's not particularly hard if you go down the easy path. I've beat it a couple times myself, which is more than I can say for a similar game like Ascendant. But I'm not going to say it's easy. It's not about throwing tons of enemies at you. You're going to run into 2 or 3 encounters with enemies per floor. There's ice coming down here. We're going to... Wait, oh geez, there's one right there too. But every fight, even with the lower end, easier enemies, isn't hard, but it's not mindless. You always have to be mindful of how you play. You always have to play tactically and pay attention to combat. Otherwise, you're just going to take unnecessary damage that could really affect you later on. I know there's icicles coming here. So even the easy enemies, you have to pay attention to. It's never mindless button mash to kill things and move on. Okay, we got some icy spikies here. We got another... There's a weapon here. It's a weapon for a different character anyway. I don't want to configure skills because I don't have any skill points yet that I know of. Any time now that violin demon could come back and attack me, so I gotta keep that in mind. I also don't have any healing potions yet. I should use this as skill more often. Ugh. Except for he caught me in the middle of it. Oh yeah. It's been a while since I played, but there is dodges and there's also blocks, which I'm pretty bad at using effectively. But dodges I use a lot, and it is very much necessary for this game. You're not going to get very far without using blocks or dodges at all. Let's go blender mode. Come here. Oh god. That dodge didn't go very far. This character's dodge is actually rather short. The main character has a better dodge. It is definitely more effective. Yeah, that was what I was talking about. It's actually one of the most useful skills. Oh. Also, this up normal attack is extremely useful. Hey, yeah, it's terrible. My current weapon is better. We do have some boxes. No! Oh, God! The blade touched me. Oh, hey. Oh, that is some bullshit right there. Come on. You know you want in here. I know he has a ranged attack, so he's going to use that on me. The enemies are fairly smart. They will counter things you've been doing. They will react to what you do. The AI and each enemy is very fleshed out feeling with their own movesets, and there's a reason for that. You can actually play as every single enemy in this game. You can get their soul. Oh god, you again? You can get the souls of any enemy in the game, except for maybe this guy. I'm not sure on bosses. I haven't actually managed to get a soul of a boss. There's several ways you can get souls, and then you can switch to the soul to play as it. Yes, die please. You can get your mana bar to full, which one thing that isn't exactly obvious at first is you do not need mana to use your special attacks. Your special attacks actually generate mana. God damn it, get away from me. So using your special attacks builds up your mana meter, actually. Thank you. Please be dead. So you get a full mana bar, and then you can use a special magic attack that if it kills the enemy, so you gotta weaken the enemy first, it will then get you the enemy's soul, and then you can use that soul to become that enemy and fight as it with its own health bar. There are several ways to get souls. You can get them through the magic spell that I described, which I'm getting close to being able to do. And then you can also get them from shops, get them... Oh god. Oh god, blade thingy, be gone. Well, man, that's helpful at least. Oh god, no. Okay, I need out of here. There we go. Give me the health. Give me the health. I need that badly. This is going pretty bad for me, but you'll see what the other death mechanic I hinted to here shortly, I'm sure. But anyway, the violin demon can give you soul. Some downed soldiers you might find can give you souls. There's several ways to get them. There's also a special room type where you play as an enemy, and if you can defeat all the enemies in it in kind of an arena type style thing, you then get the soul of that enemy. Which is a very interesting room type. Hopefully I make it to one of them. Let me show you the map here and I'll talk about this. This is actually a sideway path. There are points that connect the different 3 different paths together. This is one of them. I could go over to the easier path if I want to, but I want to go to the gold room. That's actually where you unlock this character, but I won't tell you much more about that. You have to figure out how to do that yourself. But it's a room with lots of golds. I hear, yeah. Do I have a key? I do have a key for here. We have a chest. I do have a key for the chest. I got a gold chalice, which is a chunk of money. Down soldier here.
This is the end. Please keep this safe. What will happen to my...
What did you give me? Ooh. That is a checkpoint marker. The checkpoints, depending on any of these shrines, can be made into a checkpoint where then you will, if you completely die, you'll regenerate there instead of having to start all over. And the rank of the token determines how many times you can respawn there. Like a rank 1 token, which is what I think I just picked up, will let you spawn there once. Okay, this floor isn't much about combat. There are a few enemies hanging out that are a little bit of a pain in the butt that I didn't hit for some reason. But there's a bunch of chests. It's a good place to build up a nice little money pile for your next run, perhaps. I haven't made very much money so far on this run. Now there's a bit more to the death mechanic. If your main character dies here, it's not instant over. One of the soldiers that are pouring in from up, you know, the normal world trying to fight against this problem with the Abyss will come by and try to carry on your fight for you. You can use them to pick up your weapons and items that you had picked up so you can get them back once he tries to revive you. Not very strong and definitely not as useful as the primary characters, but if you can get him to a shrine, it will revive your character. Oh yeah, pick that up here. Just die. I don't want to take any damage while I'm here. Ooh, we got an antidote. I'll pick that up just in case we go into some forest areas where anything likes to poison you. Okay. Now I do have full magic, so I can capture a soul. I need to try to do that before I end up dying and a soldier takes over, because then you lose your mana bar. Oh hey, this is one of those special rooms. This is actually a enemy that I really like. I'm glad I'm going to get his soul. Let's see what his attacks are, if I can remember. And his special attacks are a little knife throw. And yeah, that attack's very useful. Okay. Goes all black and white, which is a pretty cool effect. And then we just have to survive as the enemy, and then we gain his soul. And it also heals the main character doing so. These burning zombies like to set you on fire, unfortunately. Stab, stab, stab. Damn you. Okay, just die, please. Burning zombies are actually some of the worst enemies. Oh god, I'm getting some really bad enemies here. Killing them does drop some health orbs, thankfully. This guy is a really good soul to have as well, and he's actually going to be kind of difficult to fight, except for he's just letting me spam him. So, you know, I'll take it. Take what I can get. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Alright, and then I get the soul. Whoop. Now the soul has its own health bar, so you actually have 3 layers of health bar you can build up. You have a soul, your character, and then the soldier's health bar that comes in after your character falls. Which seems like it's trying to give you lots of ways, but on some boss fights I've burned through almost all 3 of them before, so it's still not exactly easy. But since my main character's life so low, I'm definitely going to stick with him now. The main character does have max mana, so I could grab a soul, but you can only carry 1 soul at a time. So I'm going to hold on to that until this soul dies. That's not a secret room. That's a sword, which isn't particularly useful, because I am not the right character. You can't get any weapons or items on the enemies or the soldier, so they're not exactly going to be replacing your main character, but some of the enemies are definitely good to have as a soul to fight with. I don't know why I'm in dodging very much, because I used to dodge like all the time. Depending on some characters, dodge is extremely useful because you have a very quick attack after the dodge. Like that. Okay. Oh, no, he's not dead. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. I just leveled up, but that's my main character leveling up. I do want to talk about cancels. I should talk about that a little bit more, even though I'm not nearly skilled enough to play it. Now, one thing I'll point out about the combat in this game is a lot more akin to a fighting game than it is anything else. It definitely feels like a fighting game style of controls, along with cancels and such. So like I can do start a special attack like that and cancel out with a dodge. You can also cancel out of attack with a special attack, I believe, just like that. And you can see the orbs at the top there, which count how many cancels you can do in short succession. And you can use cancels to pretty much make your own really badass combos. I'm not good enough to do that, but you can cancel out of anything with a dodge, and cancel out of attacks with special attacks. You cancel out of special attacks with special attacks, I think. Let's see here, yeah. And go whoop, and then... Now, there is a little bit of a cooldown even when you have more orbs between being able to cancel again. So let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, I got completely healed, so... I'll stick with the soul for right now. Those special rooms get you a soul and completely heal your character. They are a godsend. Okay, we do have some wall spikes here. Yeah, stupid bug, go away. Now, it could be any time when that devil attacks me, and it should be soon, honestly. Oh, well, speak of the devil. Which he is a quite difficult opponent, as you can see. These are actually two very difficult opponents at the same time. So this isn't going to go exactly favorably for me. Won't be surprised if I... Oh god, and the warlock... You bloody kidding me? I wouldn't be surprised if I definitely go through my soul's HP completely in this fight. Oh, he's juggling me. I don't like it. I wonder if I get the devil's soul, the violin devil's soul. That would be amazing. But I kind of want this guy's soul. Damn it. This isn't going well at all. Oh, damn. Okay. Back off for a second so I can think, please. Thank you. Quit cursing me. Okay, they're both about dead, so I'm going to try to use the magic, which is... What buttons? I don't remember. There we go. Can I get the devil's soul? That would be amazing. I killed two of them, and there's no soul. You also get these notes that are kind of fleshed out. How did I not get a soul? That's some BS right there. Give me this magic. Okay, so apparently it's the devil, violin devil. He can't get his soul, and because it was the first thing that got killed, I got no soul. So that's not cool. But anyway, you can pick up those journal pages, which are the Warlock's journal, which will give you a bit more of the backstory into this. You're dying now, please. That was a waste of mana, even though it did kill both of them at least. It didn't give me any souls. You, thank you, die in the wall. I'm fine with that. Now let's talk about... I've been praising the game, and for good reason. I said Ascendant was probably going to be my favorite game of the year. Well, this is actually taking Ascendant's spot. Ascendant's still a great game, but this is the best roguelite I have ever played, in my opinion. But there are a few negatives. The whole 2.5D thing, some of the foreground objects get in the way, and there can be very annoying during combat. It doesn't happen very often, like that little pillar is not one of them, but there has been a few places where I found something rather large in the foreground that got in my way and obscured my view of combat considerably. It has only happened to me about twice where it was something that really stuck out in my mind, but it does happen. Come on. Come on. Oh god, don't shoot at me. Okay, fine. Eat this new skill of mine. I want to use skills as much as I can to build back up my mana, so I could get in our soul. There we go. When you get them down a little pit like this with that blender skill, it's pretty awesome. Okay, jumping sometimes gets a little wonky and trying to get up on ledges. So yeah, the foreground objects can sometimes get in the way. It's not an extremely common thing, so it's not a massive issue. It's more nitpicking on my end. but you know, it's a negative still. Okay. This isn't a spirit. No, it's really weak anyway, even though it does curse. You can get weapons that have elemental effects. There's charm, poison, ice, and curse, which are extremely useful, but that one's extremely weak compared to my current weapon. That is a pole arm, it looks like, of some sort. There are some of the breakable walls that actually require your attack to possess a certain element to be able to break through them. I do have a token. How far down am I anyway? I don't think I want to use the token. I want to save it for a little bit deeper down here. Maybe the next floor. That sounds like a good idea. Let's go ahead and go down one more. See what we got. The other major negative there is for me in this game is there's no saving mid-run. You leave the game and that run is gone. And this game's runs can actually last quite a while if you're going down the long path. It can be an hour, 2 hours plus maybe for a run. Saw that shatter a little bit more, so somebody had beat the boss since the last time I saw one of those masks. Is this a secret wall? Yes, it is. We have a shop. That's a good weapon. And I can afford it. Poison level 3? That seems really... Yeah, I'm going to buy it. There goes my nest egg. No, I want to save my money. You can also fight the shopkeepers. They are rather strong. Just a warning. They're not easy to beat. I have beat them a couple times, but I don't feel like doing that right now because I haven't picked up... That's the one strange thing, is I have not picked up any potions yet. And I usually have several by now. And if I don't get some potions built up, I'm not going to have a chance at the end boss. This path doesn't seem to have many bosses. There's no set number of bosses per path. It's randomly generated that you can run into bosses. Sometimes you'll run into a lot of bosses, sometimes you'll have very few. Here, this is the big foreground object that's gotten my way during combat greatly one time. Eat, wow, 30 seconds of poison. That is a lot of poison. Usually it's like 7 seconds for level 1 poison, plus level 3 poison is definitely going to proc a lot more often. There is a cooldown on how until the next time it can proc though. As you can see, you can get like a poison ring that decreases its cooldown before being able to proc again. Eat. Oh man, this thing does so much damage. This weapon's so good. Oh, hey, this is a boss fight. Well, that might not be a good thing. I don't have a soul to absorb damage with, and my life isn't the greatest, and I have no healing potions, so it depends on what boss this is. It's actually a shadow version of the first character. Eat 30 seconds of poison, though. That's definitely going to be helpful. Oh, gonna roll out of it, huh? Ooh, that turned out badly. I was facing the wrong direction. There we go. Wow, I kind of smoked her. This really strong weapon makes that a lot easier. No orbs from it. You can get orbs from bosses, but I think I've unlocked all her orbs that come from bosses thus far. I think there might be a set amount that come from different sources. Okay, this is a hard area, so getting mana up and getting a soul would be very helpful right about now. Alright. Okay, this is a jungle area, so our 2 antitoxins will probably be pretty useful. Oh god. There are traps. Over here is just some extra loot, so I'm going to come over here and grab this extra loot. Oh, it looks like there might be a secret room here, too. Is there? No. Damn. Start building. Oh, God, I forgot about that thing. God, that stupid thing got me twice. Here's another one I'm just going to avoid here. Oh, God. A lot of traps around here to be fighting around. As you see, the enemies are actually quite cautious of the spikes themselves.
I have no actual ranged attacks. There are some special skills that are ranged attacks, but I've kind of foregone ranged attacks on this character. Yeah, okay. There we go. Come on. Come on, you want some of this. This is very much cheesing it. That skill is kind of cheese ability a little bit if you get them in a corner. Okay. This guy, I would really like his soul. But he's going to die before I can get it, so. Alright, anything interesting over here? No. I don't know. I'm probably not going to make this into a full run video because that could take a while. As I said, these runs can take quite a while. This, you got to double jump and dash to get across without falling on, which those things poison you, which makes them particularly annoying. They're poison vine, thorn vine type things here. This is another one of those cross areas. But you do want to check all nooks and crannies to get as much gold as you can. Huh, I can do that in midair to get a considerable boost in direction. Didn't realize that. Okay, we have some more. Oh, jeez. That's a... I do not want the Peacock Warrior, so they're not particularly good. They are awesome looking, but I'm not very good for fighting with them. Okay, I need to grab a soul quickly. Please kill the sombrero guy. That's the soul I wanted. Yes! I think I got the soul I wanted. I got 2 souls from that. That's the peacock guy. Oh god, no, I don't want him. It's the most generic soul there is. Let's turn that off. Pick up this soul. Is it Peacock Warrior? Oh, it is. Well, I'll try Peacock Warrior a little bit. He does have long range with that spear. He has a defensive skill. That's strange. I haven't actually played as him. I just didn't feel that they were very good. Because I don't usually have trouble fighting them. So, we have a key for here. We have a key for here. I could set the checkpoint. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Which also causes a camp to be built up here, and then there are some soldiers down here now that will sometimes show up and fight with me. Not with me, but on my side. Curse cooldown. That would be useful, but I can't afford it. I should buy something since I have nothing in that slot. Plus 15% weapon damage. But this is plus curse time and then minus curse cooldown. So that's useful while I have a curse weapon. Well, I'll grab it. Which didn't go on because I didn't have that character. There we go. It's better. We're going to go with it's better than nothing for right now. But I did definitely want to stay in peacock form because, God, why is there no health potions in this run? Oh, hey. Oh, ho, ho. This is a guy I like. One of the guys I like, I believe. He's quite fast attack. Let's check out all the different skills. That's a useful skill. So is this. Anything that has a quick forward movement can be very useful. This guy is pretty strong. I want his soul. His special moves are all particularly useful. I've never actually captured the soul of any of these bulls. That seemed like they would be probably pretty damn effective, but... Okay. Don't like being pinned here. Spinny thing has kind of a, ooh, I'm gonna die as him. I don't want that. I got some health up. I did level up, so that's always good. I might have another skill point to spend on my main here. Okay, give me the health. Die, please. No! No! I wanted that soul! Damn it, the bull is just about dead. Which that means I don't get healed on my main character, which I could have really used. Actually, I take damage on whatever character I'm on. I did not realize that because I've never failed one of those before. Ooh, that's nasty. Those can be dangerous. But I think this video's gone on long enough. I don't want to show you the end boss. You guys see that yourself. This is on Steam for, I think it's $15. And it is well worth it. Let's do my quick recap. Thumbs up. Aesthetic. Just, it's gorgeous. This game is beautiful. Ascend is beautiful as well, but this game has a very unique and charming art style that I enjoy quite a bit. Combat. The combat is fantastic and by far the highlight and strength of this game and what really carries it. None of the rest of it's bad, but that is the shining jewel of this game. 3. I had another one. The community progression. That's a really cool feature that I'm looking forward to seeing what all comes from it. Like what... It's basically like the community beats the boss enough times, you get a free DLC. Everybody gets free DLC. That's a good way of looking at it. It is pretty cool. I don't know how many rounds of that there's going to be. How many times the mask can break before all the content is unlocked for you. But it is a very fun feature and it gives you a more of a drive to keep beating the game more than once. Thumbs down. No save functionality mid-run. That sucks because these runs can be pretty damn long. Thumbs down is my other thumbs down is the 2.5D foreground objects getting in the way of combat. Doesn't happen extremely often, but it can be frustrating now and then. And this is a little bit of just me nitpicking, but end result, is it fun? Yes, yes, all of the yes. This game is fantastic and is definitely a runner for my game of the year this year. This game is wonderful. I highly recommend it. I've been Fedora Gamer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Link to the Steam store page for Abyss Odyssey will, of course, be in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.